Hello, and welcome to the 2016 Caribbean Review that's now offered on a bi-monthly basis in 2 languages. To start the year, we will be proposing an overview of the latest news from the region. Politics. One of the biggest stories in recent Caribbean news was Barack Obama's official visit to Cuba from March 20th to 22nd, the first visit to the island by an American president in 88 years. This historic trip was part of the reconciliation process, aimed at bringing together these 2 former enemies who, in late 2014, announced the restoration of diplomatic relations. In Cuba, Barack Obama took part in a series of noteworthy encounters: a tribute to José Martí, the father of Cuba's independence, a private meeting with Raúl Castro, and a televised speech addressing the Cuban population, in which he declared his belief in the Cuban people. There were some hiccups during the visit, however, the most noteworthy of which were Raúl Castro's irritation when faced with questions regarding respect for human rights in his country, and the failed final embrace between the 2 leaders during a press conference. Furthermore, Fidel Castro harshly criticized the visit, denouncing the syrupy words of Brother Obama in a letter. In contrast to this, on March 19th, the former president warmly welcomed his friend Nicolas Maduro, going so far as to personally meet with the Venezuelan head of state during his official visit to the island, just before Obama's arrival. Another symbol, Raúl Castro, decorated Nicolas Maduro with the Order of José Martí, the highest honor in the country. Finally, both Venezuelan and Cuban leaders reiterated their unconditional solidarity and their desire to strengthen cooperation programs. Economy. In Haiti, one of the leading economic concerns is the Petro-Caraïbe agreement, which allows Haiti and 12 other Caribbean territories to purchase oil from Venezuela with advantageous payment terms. The interim president of Haiti, Jocelyn Piver, sounded the alarm in mid-March. Reduced fuel prices have led to a dip in revenues within the framework of this system, which was felt particularly strongly in Haiti, since the island relies heavily on this initiative. Moreover, in light of the serious economic crisis that is rocking Venezuela, the oil giant has asked Haiti to pay off all outstanding sums. However, in a little more than 8 years, Haiti has accumulated a debt of over $2 billion. The reason being put forward is the mismanagement of the fund by former President Michel Martelly. Jocelyn Prévert has highlighted that only 5% of the state contracts with private companies were carried out in accordance with the law. In addition to this massive debt, fears persist with regard to the possible termination of the Petro-Caraïbe agreement. A few weeks ago, the Bureau for the Monetization of Development Aid Programs, which manages this fund, was forced to remind the population that there is no fuel shortage. Environment. Renowned for its exceptional biodiversity, the Greater Caribbean faces major issues when it comes to protecting its environment, including the problematic management of waste. Among the countries that generate the highest amounts of garbage in the world are 6 Caribbean nations. Topping that list is Trinidad and Tobago, with its 14.4 kilograms of trash per inhabitant per day. Within these mountains of rubbish are products manufactured from a polystyrene called styrofoam that is known for its thermal insulation. This product is used, for example, in the production of takeaway containers that are widely used in the food processing industry. Once they become waste, tons of these products end up in the environment, particularly in oceans. Because they are non-biodegradable, they take 500 years to disappear and are a real threat to the ecosystem. Several Caribbean countries have decided to ban them. Guyana has placed a permanent ban on the importation of styrofoam products as of April 1st of this year. It was the last of the 15 CARICOM member countries to do so. Nevertheless, this ban has economic consequences. The replacement of styrofoam products by biodegradable ones comes with additional costs, notably for takeaway businesses. Sport. The Caribbean was not spared by the huge corruption scandal, or FIFAgate, which has been shaking the International Football Federation FIFA for several months. Indeed, the latest development concerns Rafael Callejas, former president of Honduras and also of the Honduran Football Federation, who pleaded guilty to counts of conspiracy, racketeering, and money laundering. He is one of the former leaders of the Confederation of North, Central American and Caribbean Association Football, CONCACAF, who is being prosecuted by the American Department of Justice. FIFA itself is demanding the reimbursement of the millions of dollars that these leaders would have illegally collected. It has trained its guns notably on Trinidadian Jack Warner, former FIFA vice president and president of CONCACAF. Warner's CONCACAF successor, Jeffrey Webb, a native of the Cayman Islands, is also being pursued. So too is the Costa Rican Eduardo Lee, former president of the Costa Rican Federation, who is also accused of accepting bribes. While the American Department of Justice continues its investigation, CONCACAF is trying to rebuild itself through a series of reforms aimed at increasing transparency within its ranks. This has been the April edition of the Caribbean Review. Rendezvous in a few weeks.